Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and welcome back to my channel, Mayta. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Sent to Blood Prison and Changed Completely? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now, before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Polo Uchiha channel as well. And make sure you check out today's story there as well. And this is kind of like an apology of mine for a story that I made a few days ago. It was similar to Blood Prison like this one, but Naruto was kind of, like canon-ish Naruto. So most of you guys were pissed about that. So it is like a sort of apology, and I kind of like this idea because the blood prison kind of thing is currently a lot in my mind, and I want to make a lot of, what ifs regarding that with different sort of things. So do let me know in the comment section if you want to see that or not. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 16 years after the QB attack and after the pain attack. As we go towards the Hokage office in nighttime, where we see the fifth Hokage, Tsunade Senju, was standing in front of a wooden cage. As she wasn't alone in the room, the wooden cage was rattling, and a muffled sound of someone who was being restrained was coming out of it. And beside her was Sakura Haruno, her student, and Kakashi Hatake, her jonin, and a man who was holding a hand seal, Tenzo. He was the one who made the wooden seal. As now we see, with her cold expression, she lowered down herself and came with eye contact with the person who was sealed there. I'm sorry, Naruto, but until it is proven otherwise, that you are not the one that tried to murder the Raikage, you are to send to the blood prison. He, alongside the rest of the Kages, has demanded this in the Kage summit today. They have presented evidence and your blood samples alongside with your joining your Junin vest is found there. As Naruto's jacket that he usually wore was in the evidence bag alongside some of the blood samples. I tested them myself. How can you be so fool, kid? What did the Raikage do to you? Why were you going after him? Why? I didn't do it, said Naruto as soon as the strings was loosened. You didn't do it. Naruto, the proofs are in front of us. Why are you still lying? I didn't do it. Why would I do it? Enough. Until I find a way to get you out of this mess, you are to be there. As Naruto was broken. But the final lane that was hit by Tsunade into the coffin was as she took off the headband. I'm stripping you away from your shinobi status and from your resident of Konoha status. We're gonna try our best to salvage this situation, Naruto. We do not want another war on our back because of this recklessness of yours. Remain there for the time being. And so now we see Naruto by Saman was taken, and Naruto that arrived to the blood prison after a few days. As now we go there to see that Naruto was trapped there within, as immediately the warden came up to him and placed the blood prison seal in the form of a cross all over his body, and it began to glow red as Naruto fell down to the ground, weakened and in pain. If you try to get out of the boundaries or try to disrespect any of the guards, know this, young one, that they have the ability to use this seal. Not only it will temporarily paralyze you, but also it will deplete your life force. So be very careful of your actions. This is the world's toughest prison, and you are sent here because you are the scummiest of the scum. I do not know what you did at such a young age to deserve to send here, but know this. If you try to get on my bad side or my men, we will not hesitate to kill you. Because the only people who are sent there are throwaways, or the ones who are not wanted by their village, and are the scummiest of the scum people. As now we see, Naruto was then being taken by the guards. As he arrived inside the cell door, which was holding a lot of prisoners, we see that he was thrown inside. As the guards went away, one of the prisoners then said, well, a fresh meat and a young one. Check it out, guys. What are you here for, kid? I was being framed. He was being framed, he says. We all are here for a reason, kid. And the only reason you're here is because you either did something bad or you got on the nerves of very, very bad people. Very powerful ones as well, said one of them. What do you mean? They sent you here. What I mean to say is either you're a threat to them or you're too strong for them to handle. And trust me when I say this, do not get on our bad side or anyone else's because they won't tolerate you. They will gut you and kill you. That is that is against the rules. This is a prison. The worst of the worst. You think that we would play by the rules here? And so Naruto spent a night there. And when the next day came, Naruto was into the backyard of the prison, as the others went there. As soon as they arrived, we see that Naruto got into trouble. He was sitting on his own until he didn't notice that he was sitting on the bench of the most vicious criminal there. Oh, brat, you're sitting on my place. Get the hell away from here. What? You can sit anywhere else. What's the difference between this place and that? As Naruto was immediately grabbed by the collar and was shocked when he was punched so hard that he fell to the other side. He tried to use Shadow Clone, but the seal damped his chakra. Using your jutsus, huh? Your flashy techniques won't work here, kid. This is the blood prison, and the seal here won't allow you to use any of that. But we have another way to deal with the people like you, who doesn't respect order. As everyone began to gang up on him and beat at Naruto until the guards intervened and took him away. Naruto was dropped into his cell, as there he found that another man had arrived. It was the same man who spoke to him last time. You really are an idiot. Had to go and push off the buttons of the strongest criminal here. You're lucky that he let you live, but it would be better if you moved to another cell. Another cell? Said Naruto, as he was panting heavily, a lot of wounds on his face and body. Look, kid, I can tell that you're not built for a place like this, and a kid like you could rarely ever hurt a fly. I was a shinobi. Huh. Well, maybe you might have hurt someone. Did you kill anyone? No, I never did. Alright, then you're an idiot. An idiot who hasn't killed someone and yet found himself into the most worst place out of all the times. Either your luck is worst or you're lying. I don't know which one it is, but know this. You have to get out of here because of you, we might also get in trouble and get hurt. And know this. Normal chakra won't work here. Just a pro tip to survive. The criminals over here, over the course of years that they have stayed since the foundation of the blood prison, have found another way to use chakra. We use it like the blood that flows in our vein, strengthening ourselves. That is how we survive here. And you, who was just a shinobi who used it regularly with the help of chakra coils, you won't be able to survive that easily. Many of the arrogant shinobis who have arrived here, or high-ranking criminals of shinobi world, have died at the hands of normal civilians who have learned and mastered this technique. The technique of chakra flow through your blood, like oxygen goes through your blood, through your whole body. Or start working out in your own self when you find it, and then you will thank me one day. As now we see, Naruto then said, what do you mean? As the man walked up to the prison bars and then slammed his head there. Ah, you damn bastard! He yelled as the guards arrived. As Naruto stood up, what are you? Get away from me! As the guards arrived. Guards, take him from here. He's harming me. As Naruto was being taken away with widened eyes, the guards didn't beat him, just dragged him away. Naruto glared at the man as the man winked at him and said it was for your own good. In a murmur, as Naruto sighed. After being thrown into the cell in which only one window was present and even the huge metal door was completely sealed off, Naruto sat there alone, so much in silence that he didn't know what to do. 1 day passed. 2 days passed. Naruto was now getting agitated, like he was getting crazy, until he began to hear voices from within. It took him a few hours to realize that the voice that he was hearing was the voice of the Kyuubi. As Naruto closed his eyes then, silencing himself and began to calm his nerves. He couldn't use chakra, he could still go inside where he went to find the Kyuubi, and so he found himself standing there with open eyes, face to face in front of the Biju, whose red eyes was just staring at him, not with rage, not with any sort of sympathy or anything. So you finally have arrived here. How does it feel to be betrayed by your own people? What do you mean? You still haven't realized, have you? They've thrown you away. The man over there was quite genius, actually. And he was right. If you want to survive, you have to learn the ways of the blood prison now. Everything you knew outside is just gone until you survive here or leave or escape. What do you mean? Look, you are my Jinchuriki. As much as I just saying this, if you die, I die. And I trust me, don't want to reform over the course of 9 long years. It is an agonizing process. I am immortal still, yes, but it is an agonizing process to live being immortal. So, I'd rather be intact as I am fully now. And that is why I have to help you, said QB begrudgingly, to survive this mess. You know that I didn't do anything. Who will believe you? I would say that I didn't attack Konoha on my own. Would you believe that? But you did. See? You answered your own question. As after that, Naruto left and was seated, beginning to think. He was beginning to calm himself, and one thing rang into his ears as he began to think. Why was he framed? Why was he sent here? Why did nobody believe him like that? And Naruto then began to question something else from these thoughts because he was alone. Why would his parents give him up to the fourth Hokage? To make him into a Jinchuriki? Why did his life have to be such a hell? Why did he save them when Gaara was about to end them? Why did he save them when Pain was about to end them? Why? And then Naruto had an answer, or a way to get the answers. He arrived again inside his own mindscape. There waiting for him was the Kyuubi no Yoko again. It seems you have realized something, have you not? After agonizing hours of thinking, and 16 years of being a dumb, loyal idiot, you see the things from a different perspective. Thinking from your brain, not from your heart. Who were my parents? And why would they make me into a Jinchuriki of yours? Why would they give me to the fourth that easily? Your father was the fourth Hokage. As Naruto was taken aback by that. My father was... What? He was the fourth Hokage. And your mother was Kushinao Uzumaki, my previous Jinchuriki. I see. That makes sense. But why didn't nobody tell me this when I was back into the village? Why would they? Your parents had a lot of enemies. But what they did not knew was there were a lot of jealous people as well. Worse than enemies, even within their own village. Danzo was one of them. When you were born, he wanted you to be made into his personal weapon by training you personally. Obviously, Hiruzen and your Gigi declined that, but he also made a grave mistake of revealing that you were the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko. And you know what that did? That made the people hate you. He was trying to honor your father's last wish by making them realize that you were supposed to be seen as a hero, but what they did was, instead of seeing it with their eyes, they saw you as a burden, as a way to get rid of me, Kyuubi no Yoko. You were just their trump card that they needed to execute at the right moment to make sure that I was the one to be the end of the receiving end of their wrath. As Naruto looked down, so they not only betrayed me, they betrayed my parents? Wait, I don't understand one thing after all of this. Why would you attack Konoha and be sealed by them when we are insignificant, as you usually say to you? Why would you attack us? What did we do to you? Now you're asking the right questions here. You want to know why I hate all of you ninjas? Why I despise Konoha so much? Well, fine. I'll tell you why. Me and the other Bijus, we were created by the sage of the sixth path. For only one purpose. To share his knowledge, his wisdom with all of you. To make you all unite as one. His dream was our goal. And for that, we moved forward. And for years, you listened. Until Hashirama Senju decided in the beginning of the village era that we were to be conquered and given to the others as gifts for peace treaty. And then We were beginning to be used as weapons, owned as properties. Do you realize just how it felt for us? It didn't stop there. Jinchuriki after Jinchuriki, everyone believed we were just evil beings. Evil beings who didn't just help them, and they made us even look bad into the eyes of the people. And rumors spread like wildfires, and only gotten worse over the times of years, like we will demon incarnates. And you wanna know the funny thing? None of my Jinchurikis listened, including your mother and you yourself, until now. And as for why I attacked Konoha, your main question, because of Hashirama Senju. I just wanted to escape. Once I was free, when you were born, you know? But that accursed man came back. The man that worked with Hashirama to subdue me in the first place, and has used me twice before. What man? Madara Uchiha, the Sharingan user. He is the main source of your all sorrows. The Uchiha clan is the one behind all this hatred of yours. And you know what they said? They despised you. They hated you so much because of your existence, because it pointed fingers at them. Multiple times they tried to kill you. What are you speaking of? I have no memories of this. That is because you almost got killed at one point and Inuichi decided to erase your memories at the order of your GD because you were too traumatized. He erased my memory? Yes. And I willingly allowed that. Because if you died or became brain dead, I would be trapped here. In the crumbling mentality and mindscape of yours. As Naruto sighed, and then took in a deep breath. I can't believe this. You have to. The reality is in front of you. They never gave me an answer. Look, I'll tell you even something funny. Your GD wanted you to know everything after the Chunin exams. It was decided at your birth, but Orochimaru intervened and killed him. And the other villagers who knew about his wishes, they didn't fulfill it. Not even your Bachan, who by the time now must have been aware. Not even Jiraiya did. As Naruto looked down, with tears in his eyes, falling down his face, his fists clenched tightly. I will never, ever be used again by anyone. And Konoha and the rest will pay for what they have done to me after I gave everything to them. And so, for a few months, Naruto kept hidden. The Akatsuki were being hunted down on the other side. The real plan. Naruto was safe in the eyes of Konoha for the time being. They were protecting him, quote unquote. And Tsunade was happy. More than half of the Akatsuki members were wiped out. Only two, non-seemingly threat, Zetsu and Tobi, the masked person, will have escaped. The rest were captured, killed, executed already. As now we see, all the other villages were working together. And were having another meeting until the war was announced. And Tsunade decided to go and retrieve Naruto to keep him in Konoha. But once she arrived, she found that the blood prison door was opened. There was not a single guard. They all dashed inside with worried expressions. Tsunade-sama, I'll go and search everywhere. And Sakura, Kakashi, and Tenzo split up and began to search alongside with Sai. Until they found no one, except for the warden, who was barely holding on to his breath. Tsunade-sama, the warden, as the warden was healed by Tsunade, being the medic. Who did this? And where is Naruto? The one we sent it a few months back. He is the one who did this. The village, the prisoners, they taught him their ways of using chakra. And he took it up to the next level. He with that ability destroyed everyone and us and escaped a few days back. What? Said Tsunade, as the ground from beneath her feet was ripped apart by something, as reality hit her on the face. No, Naruto wouldn't do that, said Sakura. He's an idiot. But he's our idiot. Why would he do that, ever? Asked Kakashi, then looked down. No, not like this. I'm not gonna get another rogue student now, am I? As on the other side, Tsunade and the others returned. But Once they arrived, they found something quite shocking waiting for them. Orochimaru, as well as Sasuke Uchiha's served bodies and neck impaled onto two spears, were now sitting waiting for them in front of, on the front gates, where everyone was gathered with shock-filled expression. Who did this? There's a letter there. I found, said Iruka, standing forward. It it has only one word on it. Here you go, Kage-sama. Iruka said, trying to control his tears. And shocked. Naruto, Sasuke, and both the shinobis who were with her and Naruto's teammate was shocked and gasped, "No, Naruto wouldn't do this. He's not a maniac who would kill anyone. No, he wouldn't." As now we see, Naruto, then far away, hidden, watching this, then said, "It's done, Kurama. Now, I have only one goal and one goal alone. Deal with the remaining two threats. The Akatsuki members that nobody seems to give a damn about. That masked person is alive out there. The one that is Madara Uchiha, and yet they don't know. Pathetic. Amegakure was their base. And that is where I will try to check." And so Naruto then disappeared, while Konoha was in deep shock. And Naruto arrived inside the broken and destroyed Amegakure. Getting inside the underground basement after finding it after searching for a few hours, we see Naruto arrived inside the base of the Otsutsuki, which was seemingly abandoned until some shadows moved, and out came into the only light where Naruto was standing, the masked person, Madara. "You're not quite off, and you are quite brave for coming here alone. Well, regardless, it saves us the mess of, finding you, because you are the only one Jinchuriki that is left behind. What happened to the others?" "The only remaining one was the Eight Tails. After you went in, we took care of him. And now, you're the only one. Since you are here, it is time for us to begin extraction." As Naruto then fought valiantly with the two of them, using the techniques that he has learned from the prison, channeling his chakra through his blood flow, increasing his strength 10 times, and hardening his muscles to the point that they were like dense metal that could not be penetrated. Even kunais bounced out of his skin, and he was like a blur, like a walking bane that was not being fueled by some venom, but was being fueled by his own chakra, which was seemingly endless until Kyuubi began to pump chakra into it. As Naruto's eyes morphed red, one of them did, with slit in them, and Naruto and Kyuubi, then with pure orange chakra that was burning black from the outside, over his hand, punched the masked person straight through the face, sending him with a shockwave flying back, causing huge amount of destruction to erupt. As the whole ceiling fell down, Naruto was able to avoid debris and get outside. As he glared at the masked person, whose mask shattered and revealed a man, as Kyuubi said, "That's not Madara. That's Obito, one of your father's students." And hearing this, Naruto lost it. Another Konohan who destroyed his life. Naruto was on the edge of becoming insane until Kurama calmed him down and beated him. And with the help of Naruto, beated the masked person until he couldn't move. He laughed. "Why are you laughing?" "Because you are being played, kid. You played rightfully where we wanted." "What?" As Naruto was then stabbed by something from behind. It was a sword on which a ring was attached, as it channeled chakra of Naruto and Kurama's to the Gedo Mazo. As Naruto fell to his knees, as the masked person began to laugh. "You think you had done something, huh? The only thing you've done is save us the trouble of getting to you. Now you die, and be forgotten, like the rest of the part of history that will be." As the Gedo Mazo began to shake until Naruto, with pure will, then did something. He began to extract chakra from the Gedo Mazo. Not only Kurama's, but the rest of the Bidus as well as his own. "Kid, are you insane? Your body is gonna..." As Naruto smirked. No, it will not. As he yanked out the sword and then grabbed it, absorbing all the chakra. What is he doing? As both of them tried to attack, Naruto didn't let it go. He absorbed each and every one of their attacks with a smile on his face. Who's laughing now? You. Leave that thing alone. Setsu, grab it. I'm trying. Nothing is working. As after that, Naruto cracked the blade once the chakra stopped. After what seemingly looked like an hour. As Naruto looked at them and then grabbed them in a blurring speed, both from their necks, and literally smashed them to the ground, causing blood to seep out of their pores, literal pores with such force. As Naruto didn't stop there, began to beat them to the point that their body dismantled on their own, and they did not survive such trauma. As Naruto was panting heavily. You did it, kid. Where are we? Said the others. Huh? It seems you freed the rest of the Bijus. But the Gedo Mazo, it's still here. Said one of the Bijus. I guess so. What should I do about it? Destroy it if you can. Ah, missed you too, One Tails. And so, channeling all of their chakra, as Naruto's fist began to glow into the purest form of blue chakra, Naruto slammed it straight with full force into the center of the used statue. At first nothing happened until cracks began to form that spread out throughout the whole statue until it crippled and fell down to the ground and turned into dust. As Naruto stood there, would that solve the problem? Temporarily it will. As what he did not notice that the other Kages and the villages have arrived there because huge amount of chakra was being observed from there and sensed. And what they found was Naruto, shirtless, his muscles bulging and veins popping, but not to an extreme like pain, like a leaner build. As Naruto looked at them with cold eyes. As Tsunade flinched alongside the rest. Naruto, please, at least listen to my explanation. Go on. I did this because we needed to protect you. You could have told me that I don't need to be involved. We had no other choice. You were an idiot. An idiot who would have died head first. And why do you think would I have done that? Because I trusted you. Because I loved you like my family. And what did you all do? You returned my love that I held all for you in my heart with a backstabbing move, making me believe that I was the one who killed that bastard over there. I am done with Konoha. If you ever cross with me or any of the shinobi village, I will kill anyone who steps in front of me without hesitation. This is where I draw the line. You and I are now going on our own way. I disown Konoha as my village. I disown all of you as one of my own. As Naruto grabbed onto the necklace that he was given to by Tsunade, as he yanked it and threw it at her feet, take it back. You're right. I'll never be the Hokage. Because as long as people like you all exist, who needs enemies? And who needs to be the Kage of such self-centered people? Naruto, you can't just leave, not like this. Why? Because of you all? I told you I disowned you all. I disowned that village. I disowned the shinobi system. You can't just leave this place. It's your parents' home. They sacrificed themselves for this place, Tsunade. And what did you all do? How did you honor their sacrifice? As Naruto said this, they all flinched. I know. I know everything. As when I ripped the seal, they arrived. They arrived coming face to face, meeting me. But before them I knew who they were. Because when I was thrown here by all of you, the only being that was supposed to be the monster in your eyes was the one who showed compassion and told me everything without mocking me. I am done with you. And the only reason I am letting you leave is because I want you to know how it feels. How it feels when you throw someone. I'm done. As Naruto turned on his feet and was about to leave until Sakura intervened, and what Naruto did shocked the rest. Naruto slapped her across the face so hard that she literally fell to the ground. Naruto, said Kakashi, Take another step and I will beat you too, Kakashi. I told you I'm done. You all mean now nothing to me, said Naruto with the coldest expression he could ever give until he turned and disappeared in a blur. And they all were left standing there. The other Kages left, one by one. The only people who were remaining there were Sakura, who was shocked, somewhat hurt. I can't believe this. What happened? He changed. Sasuke. He changed because of us. Because of me. As tears fell down from her eyes, silent tears, but there was nothing she could do but to accept the reality. Because of their consequences, actions of theirs, they were now facing the consequences. And there was nothing else they could do but to blame their own self for it. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.